Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have another what's sold on Poshmark and eBay video to share with you guys. And as per usual, I will be letting you know every single item that I sold during this period. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the item, some details regarding it, and maybe most importantly, what price points I sold these for, and also whether or not I think these items are worthwhile pickups going forward. So if those kind of things sound interesting and helpful to you, definitely keep on watching. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for supporting my channel. I really appreciate every time you watch another video and support what I'm doing here on YouTube. If you are new here, welcome. I am a full-time working mom, but in my spare time, I like to do a lot of fun things like these YouTube videos on fashion, beauty, mommy lifestyle, and as a pair of the topic of this video, I also really love reselling as a very part-time hobby. So I definitely like to take you through my journey as a part-time reseller as well. So if you like this kind of content, definitely check out my other videos linked below, and please also consider hitting that subscribe button too. Alright, so for this stretch, I'm going to be covering actually 3 weeks of sales. Typically, I like to cover every 2-week sales blocks. However, again, I'm still going through a little bit of a sales rut. I think for various reasons, largely again during this stretch, I wasn't all that active on these platforms just because of work and life that got in the way. So these are 3 weeks of sales to cover in this video, but I think I have some pretty solid ones and some great brands to share with you guys that I'm excited about. So if you are new to Poshmark and interested in making your first purchase anywhere on the platform, please consider using my referral code. When you first log into Poshmark, put in my referral code and ultimately make your first purchase either in my closet or anyone else's. If you put in the code MODMOMMD, that's MODMOMMD, you will save $10. Okay guys, I'm just going to go ahead and jump into the sales. And again, I made some pretty decent ones, so I'm excited to share with you guys. So just to remind you guys, I am a very part-time reseller. I mean, honestly, if I am lucky, I list probably 3 to 6 items per week. And many weeks I list nothing. So the past couple weeks I have listed nothing again. Just because, you know, with 4 kids, a full-time job, a pretty active lifestyle, like I'm sure a lot of you have, I just don't have the time to devote tons of hours to my reselling. It's a pure hobby for me, which I really enjoy, so whatever time I have available during that week, I like to devote to reselling. So if your lifestyle is anything like mine is, and you're curious as to whether or not you would want to get into this as a very part-time hobby, I hope this kind of video helps you out and you can figure out if it's something that would work for you. So during this 3-week stretch, I had a decent amount of sales, and I'm going to jump into Poshmark first as I usually do. So the first item that sold here was a True Religion jean. It was a Misty World Tour skinny jean in excellent condition and a size 28. So this item was a beautiful True Religion jean, and I think True Religion still has a great following on these platforms. The issue is, as I've mentioned before in other videos, True Religion and my local thrift store is marked up anywhere from about probably $15 to $25, mostly on the higher end of that scale actually. So typically I'm not able to pick it up. I just don't think that's worthwhile for me. But if I'm able to find it a little bit less expensive than that, I tend to consider it because I think True Religion still, for me at least, has had a good following. So this item is a great example of that. Although I've sat on it for well over a year, this item sold for full asking price of $60. So my net earnings were $48 on this pair of jeans. So I made a decent profit off of this. This was a really cute style, of course. And although I think high-waisted jeans tend to be still trending more than mid-rise or low-rise, I think True Religion might be one of the brands that is an exception to that. Such that, you know, this rise isn't super high-rise by any means. In fact, I think the rise here was only 8 inches. But True Religion low to mid-rise still, I think, can sell pretty well. So super happy about this, obviously. Full price sale, definitely a pickup in the future, provided I can get it at a decent price point. That's the problem. Alright, so next up here I sold a Pilcro in the letterpress jean. It's the parallel straight jean in a size 28. And I sold this one for best offer, I believe, of $35, and my net earnings were $28. So not as great as the True Religions in terms of return. But Pilcro in the letterpress is another brand of jean that I actually still pick up. I think a lot of resellers probably would not agree with me, but this is a brand for me that I think can do pretty well. I consider it essentially a bread and butter type of brand. Of course, this is Anthropologie's line of jeans, and I think some people still like this and follow it. So I will consider Pilcrow, but I'm super selective with it now. It has to be in excellent condition, and I really try to gravitate toward the more trendier styles. So this one was a straight leg, which I think is doing better now than even skinny jeans. So that's why I liked it. I have sat on this again for over a year as well, but I thought this sold for a pretty decent price point for this kind of jean. So I was happy with it. I think it's a good sale, and I will consider picking up Pilcrow in the future as well, provided it's a little more trendier style. So I'm definitely more picky with it. The next item was another Anthropologie item. This is from their line Maeve. It's the Viola Floral Crochet Top, as you can see. This was in a size 10. I believe I thrifted this on one of my vacation thrift hauls that I showed previously on this channel. But as you can see, it's actually perfect for this time of year as we're now into spring and heading toward the summer months. It's just a beautiful floral, kind of fresh looking top. And I just love the colorway and beautiful crochet details. I thought it was just a gorgeous top. These, as you probably know, don't resell for a whole lot of money. So I was actually pretty happy with this offer that I got for $25. And my net earnings were $20 on this top, which was pretty decent for me and kind of the range of what I would expect for something like this these days. So yes, I am selective with Anthro, like I said before, but I think tops like this, especially if they're seasonally appropriate, can move decently well. The next item was a really pretty dress that I think is so versatile, can be dressed up or dressed down. And this is from the brand Everlane. It's just this beautiful black top. It had some button details down the front in gold tone. It has some sheer sleeves, but I think it was just a gorgeous kind of classic look of a dress with some kind of chiffon overlay. This was in a size medium. So for this dress, I sent out offers to Likers for $28, and my shipping discount was $1.72. So my net earnings were $20.68, which for me, I was very happy about because this is a dress I probably had, honestly, for probably over 2 years, I'm embarrassed to say. This is one that I picked up when I kind of first started reselling, I would say, and I picked it up largely based on style. In terms of the Everlane line, I really like the styles. And I think they're cute, very versatile, really my kind of aesthetic. This kind of clean lines, some nice fun details, but very kind of basic top or dress is kind of what I like about Everlane. The problem is it doesn't resell for a lot, right? So I didn't realize that when I first picked this up. Going forward, I do not pick up Everlane pretty much ever, I would say. If it was new with tags, super trendy, I mean, I might consider it, but even then, I probably shouldn't pick it up. So this is a brand that I would leave behind for sure now, but I'm happy this sold because I think it actually is a really, really beautiful piece. All right, the next item that sold I knew would sell pretty well. This was from a pretty recent thrift haul, which I posted on this channel if you want to check it out too. But this is a gorgeous dress, new with tags from Boden. So this was the Boden Phoebe Navy Horse Print Cotton Slub Knit dress. It had pockets. It was in a size 16L, which is their tall line, and it was new with tags, as I mentioned. So this is just gorgeous. It had a really fun horse print, as you can see in the photo here, and it was brand new, just a gorgeous dress for this time of year, short sleeve. I love slub knit material. I knew this would sell. I think this kind of novelty prints do really well. Boden for me does really well. This was a new style, still listed for sale on their site, and you know, I think it was one that was kind of a no-brainer for me. I wasn't sure about the tall length, but you know, it sold well nonetheless. And I think in terms of dresses like this, even if you buy a tall style, it probably doesn't matter too much, because if you are not tall, and you can still wear this dress, it'll just be a little bit more of a midi style, which honestly for me is really my preferred length anyway. So really happy about the sale. I knew it would sell. It sold quickly as well, and I decided to accept a best offer of $48, so my earnings were $38.40, which for me was great. So Boden is one that I still pick up, despite what some other resellers will say. At least in my closet, it still is a bread and butter brand, especially new at tags in a new style like this one. Alright, so I just have, I believe, one last sale on Poshmark, and then I will move on to eBay. But my last Poshmark sale during this stretch was another one that I knew would sell, but I had a little bit of reservations about, which I'll tell you. So this was the Everlane wide leg cropped utility pant in a size 4. So I've talked about Everlane so many times. I have a dedicated Everlane video that I will link below. You should definitely check out if you want to know more about this brand. I think it's a great one to purchase for yourself. I have tons of Everlane pieces. I think they make great quality, sustainable items at great price points at retail, honestly. And as a reseller, it is also great to know Everlane because it's a great brand to pick up. There's a strong following for the brand, and these are really quick flips, almost universally. So really happy to find Everlane pieces whenever I come across them. So when I found this, I was super happy about it. And the thing is, they don't resell for a ton of money, but they sell quickly, which is what I really love about the line. So when I saw this, I thought it was super cute style. And the nice thing I thought was the hemline was this frayed hemline. And it looked like this was the design of the pant. When I actually tried to pull some stock photos though, I realized that the person that owned these probably cropped them herself. So I don't think that they were meant to be cut at the bottoms like that. Although I still find it hard to believe because I think these were cropped perfectly actually. They looked professionally done. So what I decided to do was I posted the actual stock photo from Everlane where you can see that there was no frayed hemline. And I showed the frayed hemline up close, and I did document in the listing that the hemlines were cut or hemmed, and it looked different than the photos from Everlane. So full disclosure, that's what I said. Nonetheless, it's just a super cute style. I provided measurements, so anytime that a pant is hemmed or doctored by the owner, it's super important obviously to put measurements. So I definitely made sure to include lots of measurements. I was nervous about this though, because anytime an item is, I guess, modified, you have to be a little cautious about, because not everybody probably would be into that when they're buying it. So I was nervous about it, but this sold super fast, which I was very happy about. And this one actually sold for a best offer of $35, and my net earnings were $28 on this pair of pants. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to eBay. So if you watch my channel, you all know that I've had major issues with eBay. I was scammed on eBay. Check out that video if you haven't seen it. I'll link it below as well. So I have a love-hate relationship with eBay, mostly hate these days, but I think eBay definitely provides a wider audience for your items, including international items, which I do appreciate. And although I'm really not focusing my time on eBay anymore, as I mentioned in that video, I still have a lot of items listed up there. So I'm going to let them run through and see if I can make some sales through that. So I actually sold 4 items on eBay. We will see if they actually go through. You know, I always get nervous about eBay that the rate of returns is a lot higher than on Poshmark for reasons I discussed before. You know, and I just don't necessarily have a great feeling every time these sales go through, honestly. But these sales were completed, and I'm excited to share them with you. So the first one is this beautiful pair of shoes from Haan. It was a leather espadrille and cork wedge in a size 8.5. So I love this style, and I also love how it's Haan because it's super comfortable for that reason. I did sit on this for longer than I thought, so probably close to 2 years, believe it or not. But I love the style. Again, as we're in the warm months now, you know, I was hoping that this would sell, and it did. So I got an offer for $40, which I accepted on this pair of sandals. So I was super happy to move it along on eBay. The next item was a new brand for me, which I thrifted at my local thrift store recently. I could just tell it was good quality when I came across it, and I didn't really know the brand, honestly, but this is a Bolo brand for sure. If you see it out thrifting at a good price, it definitely can perform pretty well. So the brand is called L'amour des pieds. and it's called the Cypress style. It was a suede slingback flat, as you can see here. I probably butchered that name, but that's what it is. And it's in a size 9.5, and I sold it for $65, best offer on eBay. So the retail price for these shoes is a lot higher than that. This one was essentially new. There was no significant wear on the bottom at all. But I really love the quality, number one. And then the style I think is super cute too. And it's meant to be kind of a little bit of a comfort footbed as well. So it had, in my eyes, all the things going for it. You know, comfort, style, and great quality. So I'm happy this sold, and for a pretty decent price point. So definitely keep your eye out for this brand when you're sourcing. The next item was kind of bread and butter for me as well for shoes, and that's Lucky Brand shoes. This style was called the Jaxie. It was a blush leather cutout wedge, as you can see, so super cute style. So these shoes are totally my vibe and style. I love these kind of shooty booties, basically all times of year. I think they are so versatile. You can wear them in the warmer months like we're in now with dresses and shorts. I think they look good. And then of course, obviously with jeans or pants, like super good as well in the cooler months. So they're just such good value for your money, I would say, because they're so versatile. So I just love this one, in particular this blush color I think is specifically perfect for this time of year as well. So these were again in a size 11 and accepted a best offer of $35. I did go back and forth quite a bit with this customer. I didn't think it would actually sell because I just didn't think we could meet in the middle at all. But ultimately, I think $35 was a great offer finally. So I was happy to take that. And I really hope she enjoyed them because I really, really love this particular look. So Lucky Brand is a brand of shoes that I still consider picking up. I don't pick up their clothing items anymore. It just doesn't resell for enough. But the shoes, especially these booties and shooties, that I think they're pretty well known for, I think definitely can still do pretty well. So this one was really new. There was no wear on the soles. So if I find this brand and it's new or basically new and a really cute style, I will still pick it up if it's a decent price point. So yeah, definitely a bread and butter shoe brand, I would say, for my Poshmark closet and eBay. All right, so the final item here was a beautiful top from Boden, and I just talked about Boden a little bit ago, but this is a bread and butter line for me, and this top, perfect for this time of year. You just cannot go wrong. Gorgeous. I mean, I love this color palette. I think it's, again, totally my style. Just a really pretty floral look. The colors, I think, have a little bit of a preppy look to it too. It's short sleeve, it's silk blend, just a really gorgeous top. It was in a size 8, and I sold it for a best offer of $30, which I think was a reasonable offer for this top. So yes, this is one of my favorite pickups recently, actually, just based on the colorway and style. I just kind of fell in love with it. So I really hope the buyer enjoys it as well. Okay guys, so there you have it. So not a ton of sales, I realize that, but ones that I really loved, and I hope you learned a little bit from as well in terms of my experiences with these brands. I hope your sales, if you're a reseller, are going really strong. So make sure to comment down below. Let me know what your favorite item from these sales were, and also let me know what items are really, really selling for you now these days too. Thank you so much for watching another video. I hope you're staying safe and healthy and enjoying the beautiful spring weather. I will see you again in my next video. Bye.